Good afternoon and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. Here we are on day, I think it is 166, and I'm continuing the story of Loo-Wit the Firekeeper. Loo-Wit was given a chance to wish for anything from the Creator for sharing her fire with the people, the Klickitats and the Multnomahs, who had begun quarreling again about, whose land was better. The Creator, to wake them up, had taken fire away from them in the autumn when the rains came in such abundance that everyone became cold and miserable. Loo-Wit was the only one that had stayed out of the conflict, and so she had been able to keep her fire at the edge of one of the villages. And when the Creator came to her, she was willing to share her fire and asked that she could be young and beautiful again. Because, she'd grown old and had lost at least what she considered her beauty. Even to most of the people, as age made its impression on her body, people still considered her lovely and beautiful, especially for what she carried inside. Well, she went out to the stone bridge with her fire as the Creator had asked her to do, and there she shared it with the people. People from both sides of the river came to her and went away with fire to warm their homes and cook their food, and everyone became happy again. Now, it turned out, of course, that the two chiefs, the two brothers, their eyes fell upon Loo-Wit and saw her. She was young and beautiful, and both wanted her for their wives, for their wife. Loo-Wit, she could not be the wife of both of them, and she could not decide between the two. Both were courageous and handsome and powerful. You can imagine the brothers began to fight amongst themselves again. Who was going to get this beautiful young woman? Now the Creator, seeing all, got angry. He took the king of the Multnomahs and turned him into a mountain, and the king of the Klickitats turned him into a mountain. The chief of the Multnomahs became Mount Hood, and the chief of the Klickitats became Mount Adams. Now, they were still so angry at each other. They threw rocks at each other and flames at each other, even as mountains. And that's why where the Columbia River goes between those two mountains, there's a narrow spot where so many rocks have been thrown. The river has very little space to run through. Now, Loo-Wit, she became extremely sad in her heart that she had caused so much problem through her beauty. She did not wish to be a human anymore. The great Creator had pity on her, and so he changed her into a mountain as well, the most beautiful of those mountains, and allowed her to keep the fire still within her. She became what we would know as Mount St. Helens, and she was so beautiful to remind the people to be good in their hearts, to share the land with each other, and to live in happiness. Now, it was said, prophesied long, long ago, that fire that she held within would be let out if the people of the earth no longer were able to live harmoniously with each other. The Creator got to the point where he needed to once again remind the people to live in peace and harmony with each other. In 1980, Mount St. Helens, or Loo-Wit, erupted to remind everyone that we need to live in harmony and peace with each other. So this ends the story of Loo-Wit the Firekeeper, told for centuries. And here it has come to pass that perhaps we need to look very carefully at how we live upon this earth and with each other. Something for all of us to consider. Thanks for joining. Have a good rest of your day.